So, I finally found a multiplayer game that I tend to enjoy, and the game is dead, of course. Well, not completely dead, but on a good way to be dead. I started to play the game 2 weeks ago, and I saw major cracks that seems to rip the community apart, and with a good reason. As a gamer who grew up mostly on PlayStation and PC, I somehow didn't get in touch with Halo. I know, I'm a sinner. The first time I got contact with Halo was a few years ago, where I gave myself a mission to beat every Halo game. Spoiler alert, I didn't beat any. But I saw Halo Infinity and I gave it a try. And I always loved to play Unreal Tournament as a kid. I know it's not the same game as Halo, but it's much similar to Halo than a quad game to a Halo game, don't you agree? I really enjoyed the weapons and the layout of the maps. I started to do my ranked and placed okay. First time I was gold 3, then suddenly it was all restarted. I was pissed off, but okay, because 313 thought that the ranked system was too generous with the ranked placement. And then I thought to myself, oh heck, I was placed too high. So I replayed my ranked and placed again gold 3, and then I climbed up to gold 6. As I started to play the game more and more, I also started to see the cracks and some of the downsides the game has that irritates me so much. And it's heartbreaking when you find a game that you enjoy and like, but then suddenly you see how the player count is dropping. And then once again I will be talking about a game that nobody cares about. So February had a real decrease in the players base, because one thing, and it's because they are not adding new stuff. After playing the game for 20 or so hours, I still have some fun with the game modes, but I can imagine how the players feel after playing the game for 3 months and not getting more stuff. You see the charts I'm showing you, and the player base is just vanishing into thin air. Of course, this is a Steam based chart, and of course Halo is played also on Xbox, and maybe some players bought the game over other digital fronts on the PC, but still. So as a result of that, it takes up to a few minutes to find a ranked match, for me at least. But after I got my ranked status, I found them pretty quickly. The problems gamers tend to go away from such games as Halo Infinity is that the other games that are also free to play, they have far more options, events and better storefronts, and not the greedy one like the 313 implemented into the game. I mean, this is also a thing I hate about this game, how you acquire stuff and equipment. I hate to do the challenges. It's not a bad way to keep the player motivated, but I like just to grind with whatever matches I feel like playing to get a level and get some items, or to be awarded to being good in certain matches. And it's a very grindy game if you don't choose to buy the battle pass, which at this point I still didn't buy it, because hey, I can suck even without don't having a skin. But looking at the other games like Warzone and like Fortnite and like League of Legends, there are ever so often events coming up and other things to keep the player entertained. I love how in League of Legends you can be awarded after playing a good match to get a key fragment, then you can forge the fragments into a key and then later open a chest to get a skin. I really enjoyed that concept, and it's always trying to push the player to give his best. But in that regards, Halo feels somehow just abandoned, and it's sad because the game is fun and I do enjoy it. But much older Halo players complain that Halo Infinity didn't bring anything new to the table. Even worse, it launched with the smallest roster of maps in any Halo multiplayer game, which is obviously a bad thing. If you have never played a Halo game like me, you will find many things to enjoy if you like this type of FPS games. Then again comes the biggest question. Why would you start to play an abandoning online game? It doesn't make any sense, am I right? So the only thing we can hope for is that 313 starts implementing new things into the game, like new weapons maybe, or maybe new maps. Heck, even a battle royale map would be nice, because they are very popular nowadays, even if I'm not such a huge fan of them. Or they are just need to start doing bigger and better events. I think maybe some players would even agree if they reintroduce some older maps, because it would be better than waiting God knows how much months to get finally new big updates. But yeah, that are my thoughts about Halo Infinity. I'm curious about what you think about the whole situation. One more thing, if you want to play the game add me. If you wanna hear me talk about more about this game, just comment down below. And if you wanna help the channel, remember to check out my Patreon to get exclusive perk only Patreon member get. Remember to like and share the video. If you're new, consider subscribing to the channel, and I see you in the next one. Snorky, over and out.